The first time I opened the patio door and saw my cat cuddled up beside a lizard, I honestly thought I was seeing things. Then the lizard climbed onto his back like she had done it her entire life. That was the moment I realized their friendship was something completely different. Most people would never expect a cat and a lizard to bond the way Gin and Chanan did. Honestly, even now it still feels unreal sometimes watching them together. Chanan is the lizard, and Gin is the cat she completely attached herself to. And somehow, from the very beginning, they just worked. Gin's story actually started in a field. Someone found him abandoned by his mother when he was still tiny enough to fit into the palm of a hand. When we first saw him, he looked incredibly fragile. The vet wasn't even sure he would survive his first 24 hours. At that point, all we could really do was try. We brought Gin home immediately and bottle-fed him every 3 hours around the clock. For weeks, everything revolved around keeping him warm, healthy, and alive, because kittens that small can decline very quickly. But Gin kept fighting. Little by little, he got stronger. His appetite improved. He started moving around more. And eventually one day, his tiny eyes finally opened. And that was really the beginning of everything. Because from the very start, Chanan stayed close to him. At first, we honestly were not sure what to expect. Chanan seemed curious more than anything else. She would quietly sit nearby, watching him constantly like she was trying to figure out what this tiny furry creature even was. And Gin seemed completely comfortable around her almost immediately. Honestly, reptiles were all he really knew during those early weeks. Chanan was there from the beginning while he was growing up, so to him, her presence probably just felt normal. As Gin started getting older and stronger, he became more interested in exploring the house. And somehow Chanan became part of all of it too. Everywhere Gin went, Chanan wanted to follow. At first she mostly stayed close beside him, but eventually she started climbing onto his back while he walked around. The first time it happened, I expected Gin to get annoyed or try to shake her off. Instead, he just kept walking around like nothing unusual was happening. Now it's become completely normal for them. Most days, if you see Gin walking through the house, there's a good chance Chanan is riding around on his back, like her own personal chauffeur, and somehow Gin seems perfectly happy about it. Whenever Gin lays down to sleep, Chanan almost always curls up beside him too. If they get separated for too long, they actually look for each other. Sometimes one of them will sit near the glass door staring outside while the other waits on the opposite side. It honestly feels less like watching two different species interact and more like watching actual best friends. Of course, we're always careful and supervise them closely. Animals can behave unpredictably sometimes, and we never want either of them getting hurt accidentally. But the amazing thing is how gentle they are with each other naturally. They never play rough. They never seem stressed around one another. There's this calmness between them that feels incredibly genuine. And honestly, I think they both benefit from the relationship. Jin grew up with constant comfort and companionship after a very difficult start to life, and Chanan seems happiest whenever she's close to him. One of my favorite things is taking them outside together. If Gin goes on a walk, Chanan immediately wants to come too. They've become so attached that it almost feels wrong seeing one without the other nearby. People who visit our house are always shocked when they first see them together. Most people expect cats to chase smaller animals. They definitely don't expect to see a lizard comfortably riding around on a cat's back, while both of them look perfectly relaxed. But somehow, with Jin and Chanan, it works. And honestly, watching them together changes the way you think about animals a little bit. You realize how much companionship matters to them. Safety, familiarity, routine, trust. Those things exist across species in ways people don't always expect. When I think about how close Gin came to not surviving at all, it honestly makes their friendship feel even more special. That tiny, abandoned kitten who barely made it through his first days somehow ended up finding this strange little companion who now refuses to leave his side. And somehow they became family to each other. Even now, sometimes I'll open the patio door and catch them cuddled up together, sleeping in the sun, completely peaceful beside one another. And every single time, it still makes me smile. If you enjoyed this story about Jin and Chanan, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss more touching stories.